any graven image.
Would you agree that that's a graven image upon your neck? Made with the work, with the hands of man? Did the Lord make that? No, sis, so that's what the Lord. So we just coming out of the Bible. We're not speaking our words. It's not Christianity. It's not religion. We just showing our people, because these are the things that got our people in the situation we in. Now we got to work for somebody. We didn't have to back in the world. We had our own things, man, going. Our own cattle, our own sheep, our own lands. But now look at the state that our people in. Why? Because of the fact of these idols, sis. Right? Breaking the Sabbath day. So those things are idols. But say, just take the piece off. You don't got to take the chain. Yeah, just the piece. Right? You know, you got the nice gold, you know, so. But yeah, nevertheless, those are the things that got it in the situation. Let's keep on.
Continuing on. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image or any likeness, or any likeness,
or any likeness. Buddha, you know, would be the green one or the black one.
Or any likeness of anything that is in heaven above, or that is in the earth beneath.
In the earth above, because that's what that symbolizes, right? He said in the earth above, or in the what?
Or the heaven above, or in the earth beneath, or that is in the water under the earth. Thou shalt not bow down thyself to them.
What people do to it? They kind of kiss, kind of bow down to it. They praise it. Why? The Lord didn't make that. The Lord didn't ordain for that. So that's what we're saying. So just the peace got to go in the sewer, sis. Because you love the Lord, right?
That's right. Do it for the
Don't
Lord,
you love
sis.
the Lord, right, sis? That's more important, right? The Lord literally said, hey, that's what things we doing, man. Coming back and forsaking these idols, man.
There you go.
Right? Let's get the book of Deuteronomy, right? All right, man. You're an Israelite, man.
Sis. There you
And
go,
you got a
sis.
flyer already, brother?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all praise to the Most High. Yeah, sis. So at the end of the day, the Lord is gonna reward you double for that. Why? Because you showing your reverence to the Lord. All praises. All praise to the Most High, man. Like the brothers brought out,
All praises.
That's a mighty step, because there's so many people who won't even do that because they're like, it's in the middle. Okay, come on.
This is the book of 1 Samuel, chapter 2 and 3.
Bring it out.
Talk no more exceeding proudly. Let not
Arrogance.
come out of your mouth, for the Lord is a God of knowledge.
God is what?
For the Lord is a God of knowledge, and by him actions are weighed.
What the Lord said?
And by him actions are weighed.
By him, actions is weighed. And he see that righteous action you did.
That's right.
It's many people say, man, to hell with y'all, I'm gone. I'm finna go back to San Francisco, like y'all said. But you literally took that initiative to throw it in the garbage, because that's where it belongs, man.
That's right.
So now we're gonna try to help. Let's read this out.
God, it's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 25.
Bring it out.
The graven images of their gods shall ye burn with fire.
What the Lord would have wanted us to do in the ancient world?
Shall ye burn with fire.
Images, God would have wanted us to burn those idols. Why? Because
Thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is
her chain, her pendant was what color was?
thou shalt not desire the silver or gold that is on them, nor take it unto thee, lest thou be snared therein. Lest thou be snared therein. For it is an abomination.
What's those pendants?
For it is an abomination.
Abomination to the Lord said. So we showing you what the Lord said, not what we said.
That's right.
So now that was a mighty access, but now, like the brothers go, we want to show and prove to y'all how y'all would be the daughters of Zion, the Israelites. That's right. Because those things that our people was doing, worshiping these idols, just bowing down. Those was our gods. But that's what got us into the situation we in, sis. No, like y'all said, y'all heard of Moses before. He showed he wasn't a so-called white man. He was an Israelite, right, from his particular tribe, right? So the same way how we know for a fact he was an Israelite, we can try to show y'all will be too. That's right. I know y'all got a couple seconds, right? Because y'all already did the mighty valiant acts of throwing away the idols.
That's right.
So now let's go into Deuteronomy, right? Chapter 28 and verse 1. Because now Moses was Israelite. Y'all heard about him splitting the Red Sea. I'm pretty sure everybody heard, right? Why did he do that? Yeah. Oh, you see that? Exodus on the shit. Yeah, see that? But how y'all doing today, family? All praise. But nevertheless, at the end of the day, he did that because the people was over there as slaves. So he was, in a sense, they saved him, man. They Superman, right?
That's right.
So that's what he did. So after he brought them across to the water, he told them this. Two things. The Lord said, it's going to be a good thing. I mean, basically, you got a pro and a con. Right? We're going to start with the good ones first. We're going to hearken to the Lord.
Deuteronomy 28 from the top. And it shall come to pass.
Now, this is Moses speaking to the Israelites family, right?
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
So real quick, fam, I know it's a lot going on. So hearken. Hearken just means to listen or to hear. That's where it comes from. So Moses is telling the Israelites if they shall hearken or listen,
to observe and to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
it said basically the reward would have been, hey, if y'all listen and keep the commandments, y'all will be above everybody in the world. That's right. Now you know, just like your parents, if they tell y'all, hey, y'all gotta wash these dishes, it's always a consequence if you don't do it, right? That's the same way like the Lord said. You said, what's this?
I said, I'm not an Israelite.
What would you say you are, sis? You say you're an African American woman? African was too.
Africanist, a white man.
So you say you African, I'm trying to understand.
Kemetic. I'm from the Kemetic Valley.
Okay, you'll be it's like you gotta repent, keep God's commandments. Look more into it, sis. You're gonna deal with this though. Keep going.
Verse 15, but it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken
Don't listen.
unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day,
You said it's a pro and con. You wash the dishes, you get the $100 your parents give you. Which is steep, right? I won't be touching none of that, but nevertheless. And if you don't listen, what did the Lord say?
that all these curses,
All these what?
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake
Now,
thee.
what's a curse, family? Is it a good or a bad thing? Bad, right? So we gave out the good, being blessed, being loved, everybody. The bad was what? Being cursed. Don't nobody think a curse and say, you know what, I did need that curse tonight. You know, I had a rough day at work today. Can you send those curses my way, brother? No, that's what the Lord is saying. So we're gonna read some of these curses because these curses are pretty much identifying markers, let us know who we are. All right, so y'all got time, right? So let's go into this. Let's read 16.
Verse 16, cursed shalt thou be in the city,
Curse, living bad. Like, it's a bad thing, right? Now, what people as a whole, wherever you go in the world, are living the worst, in the worst conditions? As far as the nationality or race is speaking. As a whole, so-called black people, right? Or they say in this word, so-called minorities, right? Right? So we don't remember, but so that's a true fact. It's the minorities or the so-called black people. Because you got the so-called Mexicans there too. Do you not see the so-called Mexicans there too? As a whole, they there too, right? Keep going on.
and cursed shalt thou be in the field.
Who was the ones picking the cotton? Who was in the slave field? Who was picking the cotton, the sugar cane, all these different things? Who they make movies about it all day? Django, 12 Years of Slavery, Roots. Who they making these movies about? Is it about the white man who picking the cotton? No, it's about our people. Why is that? Because they know for a fact these things happen to us. But we show them why it happened. Because remember, God said if we didn't listen and keep the commandments, that was going to happen to us, right, fam? Right, so I know y'all got to go, but we're going to try to make it real fast for y'all, right? Now let's get Deuteronomy 28 and 68, right?
Verse 68, and the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Egypt, remember, now the Lord is using Egypt for the word bondage in this. Why? Because the children of Israel, remember, Moses had to split that sea and get them out of that bondage that was in. He brought them across, and now they was out of that state that they was in. But God said he will bring it back upon them if what?
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships.
He's going to bring them into Egypt or slavery again by the way of slave ships. Who that happened to in the world? Was the Chinese man on those slave ships? What race of people was on that family? What do you say, sis? Our people, right? And that's literally proven facts, right? Keep going.
And Salakia, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there ye shall be sown unto your enemies.
Family, when we got off those boats, what people was buying us off those boats? The white people, right? And we're not making this up. And we can say it coming because we know it's true, right? Keep going.
For bond men and bond women, and no man shall buy you.
Nobody was able to redeem us out of that. We had all the so-called prominent figures, Martin Luther King, George Garvey, all these so-called people, but they never was able to save us from that, right? So nevertheless, this how we know. Now there's more ways we can show y'all, but this how we know without a shadow of doubt. These happened to the Israelites and they happened to our people, so we would be the Israelites. That's right. You all agree with that, family? I'm not making it up. I'm reading right out the Bible. We know no Chinese man they go on slavery on the slave ships. Only our people. So these certain curses that was placed upon our people, it only happened to us. Right? Having an evil eye towards each other. Don't y'all say what race of people hate each other the most for no reason? Black people, why is that? Do y'all know that that's in the Bible? Let's read this.
Verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother.
Right there, family. Black on black crime, black on black violence. Hey, you got brothers literally pulling up on the side of you for no reason. I don't know this brother from Adam and Eve, right? nevertheless, but he bugging me for no reason, right? Keep going.
And toward the wife of his bosom,
Toward the what?
and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall leave.
Now, who that sound like? What man, what family, what so-called race is known for leaving his family, his children? And that's plain, right? Did y'all grow up with y'all's parents? I mean, your fathers? You didn't? See? And I didn't know my father until, you know, a little younger, you know, but nevertheless, these are curses that we relate to. A lot of us could attest, they don't even know they father to this day.
Right.
Right? Can the so-called white man or the Chinese man say, you know what, I never had my father, I don't know who he is. Most of the nations, they had their father. Now, I'm not saying that it didn't happen to some of them, but as a whole, it's happened to us dramatically, right? Keep going. Oh, no, I feel like it was internet. So nevertheless, we know that we the Israelites through these curses, and the thing that we broke was not keeping God's commandments. Right. So, like we said, obviously the way to turn around from that is to keep the commandments. Would y'all agree? So do y'all know any commandments? Anyone? I know some squad sis, but you had that zeal. I know you got that zeal, sis. Right. What would y'all say? Any commandments that y'all can remember? If not, it's cool. We can go over some with y'all, with Lord willing, and then we'll let y'all go. We don't want to hold y'all too long. We know y'all probably got some things to do. But nevertheless, can y'all name any commandments? Y'all know what today is? The what day? The 7th day. You know what they call that? Okay, we're gonna get it for you. Let's get that for the sister.
It's the book of Exodus chapter 20, verse 8.
Bring it out.
That's a good thing because you said the 7th day.
Remember the Sabbath day
Right.
to keep it holy.
Right.
6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work.
Right.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
So, like you said, the 7th day, which would be today, will be the Sabbath of the Lord our God. So, like you said, it's the 7th day, but it's also identified as the Sabbath day, the highly esteemed day. Just like where the Lord literally rested from all his labors. So, hey, how much more us? Right? We don't buy or sell on this day because God said you got 6 days to do it. On that 7th day, keep it holy. Hey, kind of chill, put your feet up. It's not a sin to watch TV or do these different things, but us as the children of Israel, we got to keep that Sabbath day because that's what's keeping us in these errors and these sins, right? So for us to revert that is to keep it. Hey, we come out here, we got families too, but we come out here and teach our people, right? If we would have never came out here and said, would you know that Buddha chain was a sin according to God? No, sis. So that's what we're saying. That's why it's important for us with the knowledge to come out and show our people. We trying to get out of this state that we in, man. Our people getting gunned down in the streets, knees on their neck, and everybody. It's just a joke to everybody. Hey, but we taking it serious, man. We sick of seeing the death of our people, man. That's right. Right. So let's go. Say what up?
Mostly everything that this society gives us is a sin to our God. It's to keep us away from our God.
That's right. Right. Like we're gonna show y'all something that our people love that also keep us in sin. Let's finish this out real quick and then we'll get back.
But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God.
Right.
In it thou shalt not do any work.
So we know we can't work on that day. Right.
Right, verse 11.
Right.
For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and earth,
Right.
the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day.
Like he had to get that overtime up.
And rested the 7th day.
God had to rest on that 7th day just like us, because he commanded. So that's what we do. This is our rest coming to our people, man. Right? So nevertheless, that's the 7th day. It starts Friday sundown to Saturday sundown, because the sun and the moon dictate the day. Right? So when that sun set, it'll be the next day according to the Bible. Right? So when's the Sabbath day, family? I gotta kind of clarify. Let's go, man.
This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 14 and verse 8. And the swan.
The what?
And the swan.
Swine is something? Okay, it's the pig. Y'all eat pork? Y'all eat ham? Okay. We're gonna see what the Lord said about that.
Because it divideth the hoof, yet cheweth not the cud, it is unclean unto you.
That's the praise.
It is unclean unto you.
I really love it.
It is unclean unto you. Ye shall not eat of their flesh, nor touch their dead carcass.
He said we can't even touch their flesh or eat of their flesh or touch their dead carcass. Why is that? Because do y'all know pigs don't sweat?
Sure
You
don't.
know, other animals sweat, but the pigs just kind of don't sweat, hold all them toxins in. Y'all know sweat is good for the body, man, relieve the toxins, but the pig hold it in. Why you think you don't got a seed? Grandma put that pork chop right in there and put more salt on it. That's why she got one leg, man, because she don't know how to control herself. But nevertheless, that's because that pig is an unclean animal, right? It don't sweat. And then ultimately, what determines an animal being clean or unclean, it gotta have 3 attributes to be clean. It got a part of hoof, chew the cud, and let's read that real quick. Club and footed, yeah, but that's the three attributes. So we're gonna get a couple more. And we're gonna let y'all go, family, right? So let's get
Verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters, all that have fins and scales,
What can we eat that come out of the water?
all that have fins and scales,
What's something in the water that has fins and scales? Okay, what's something in the waters that our people love that don't got fins and scales? Crab. What else? Twin. What else?
Gumbo.
Oysters, lobster, crab. So we just giving examples, but since you got something done. But nevertheless, we just giving these examples of things that we don't supposed to eat, right? God said if it comes out of the water, it gotta have fins and scales. What about catfish? Y'all ever had catfish? No, but catfish would be an unclean animal because it has fins, but it don't have scales. They kind of swim around in the water, but when you look at a catfish, like they look like a human or somebody. Kind of got a humanoid face, man. But nevertheless, God said it gotta have fins and scales, family.
That's right.
Right? So, you said what? All right, come on, we're gonna get one more for y'all. Bring this up.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22, and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
What do y'all think that means? God said the woman shall not wear that which pertains to a man. What's something that women wear that man should wear? Or that pertains to a man? As what would y'all say that from? You said, what's this? What you say, Chase? I got a better question. How do y'all know the difference from going into the woman bathroom to a male bathroom? See that? That's right. You see that? If that was the case, why just not, even when it's a unisex bathroom, they got half dress, half pants. If that was the case, you they just have pants on both? Y'all get it? So God is letting us know that our women should not wear pants, right? We should be wearing dresses, skirts, right? And godly wine. But now it don't gotta be that big granny dress where it's puffy and it's like this. It's gotta be modest. We don't want it to be too tight either where men is lusting after our women. Because that's why it's a lot of children being brought forth for our young women. Because sex is a we're gonna be honest. The women are wearing these enticing clothes for the men, and the men going off by having these thoughts. But nevertheless, that's why God said dress modest, right? Be covered up, be shamefaced, right? Let's get that in Timothy, man. Right? Let's get that in Timothy. But nevertheless, God want our women to dress modest. Because what do leggings and pants do? It show your figure. That's only for your husband, right? Not Jake walking behind you, and he ain't thinking about nothing else but one thing, right? So let's bring this up.
1 Timothy 2:9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel.
Just whatever.
In modest apparel.
See, like them tight leggings.
In modest apparel.
Modest about leggings, family. And we gonna be honest, sis. Now this out of love, so we ain't aiming just directly at it because we see all our people like that. But we just gotta be honest, because the Lord get on the men too, and we gonna finish that verse out.
With shamefacedness and sobriety, not with braided hair or gold or pearls or costly array.
That's right.
Sis? So let's go into this. Let's finish this out real quick.
It says, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
One more time.
Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
God is getting on the man too. Don't y'all see that in San Francisco? Men wearing dresses.
Trannies.
Right? That's off, man. Yeah, you see that? So God says the man should not wear a dress either. Y'all be like, we all out here, mighty men of the Lord with dresses on. He got the tutu on, and this brother got the. No, man, that's not how it should go, man. We literally hairy, man.
Right.
That's how God required. He want us to, not eat pork. We gotta eat things with fins and scales. So, you got any questions, sister? Because like you got a question. What's your question, sis? Bring it out, sis. We here for you. We gonna answer whatever. Well, okay. Do y'all agree with what the Lord said? I know it may take time. Some of our women, that be a stronghold on them, but just let it build up. Throw away one pair of pants and then buy a dress. So that's what we tell that's what the Lord said. That's what we gotta tell our family, right? So what's three things y'all learned today, family? What's three things y'all learned today? There's a lot going on over here, right? What's three things y'all learned today, family? Any three? Okay. You said what's this? Oh yeah, the great image. God, all praises. What else, family? Okay. No pig. What else can we not eat? You said what's this? You said we can't eat fish? Oh, okay. Fins and scales. You gotta have fins and scales to eat it. You gotta have fins and scales, right? Yeah, no. You said what? Yeah, no shrimp, crab, or lobster. Yeah, that's right. What else, family?
You see that?
We get, you know, it may have been a similar about for some people like me. I stopped eating pork since 2011, right? But the next brother probably couldn't even stop. He probably was battling with that demon for a while.
Right.
So we all got our strongholds, but nevertheless, family, we gotta make that haste and that effort to put it away. That's right. What's one more thing y'all learned? What the Lord called us?
No.
The children of.
There you go.
That's right. Come on. Y'all got any questions? Okay, we got a flyer for y'all, and if y'all got any questions, or we're not telling y'all to go, we don't probably gotta go, but we're gonna give y'all a flyer, and it's a number, it's a YouTube on there. If y'all got any questions, you know, about God or whatever, you know, let us know. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's right, sis. That's right, sis. You stuck to your word, like the brother said, and literally threw away the abomination and learn who he was, and all praise to the Most High. Right. That's more than most people can do. Right. So all praise. That's right.
Yeah, you see, like, you know, you got the chain on, you know, and you got a name, but that's cool. You know, that's cool. We just don't want to like wear, like, you know, I can have the earrings. You just don't want to wear false gods. You know, we wear chains, we wear earrings, you know, and
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, hey, brother, come here inside, brother. What's your nationality, brother? Yeah, never know. But sis, one more thing, right? Now, we got to say it because we see it, right? Now, you choose to wear the purple color pink because, you know, it's your favorite color, or, yeah. Because God made us how we, our natural hair is the most beautiful thing, right? Because God literally had, he had woolly hair, and I'm led to believe it wasn't blonde, it wasn't purple, it wasn't orange, it was black. Right? Now the Lord had gray hair, right? Do we say, you know what? I want to dye my hair gray or white now. White hair because, you know, the Lord kind of had it. Because we got to have our hair our natural color. That's loving yourself. I'm pretty sure that black in your hair would be a beautiful thing, right? Now, if it's naturally, you know, some people's hair naturally brown or whatnot, you know, sis, is that your natural color in the back of your hair? But now, let's get that in the law real quick. Let's get, let me get the book of Numbers again. I believe Numbers, let's go to chapter 5. Right? I believe that's what
You want the blonde hair king?
Yeah, kind.
Oh, Leviticus 13 and 30.
Oh, yeah, kind. Yeah, Leviticus 13 and 30. Let's get that real quick, sis. Now, we're going to just show you real quick, sis, because that color hair, it was an unclean thing in the sight of the Lord. So that's how we know that our woman wasn't supposed to have the different color hair. That's right.
All right, book of Leviticus chapter 13, verse 30. Then the priest shall see the plague, and behold.
Start up at 27. Wait, where you want? 2 minutes. Start at verse number 29.
29. If a man or woman have a plague upon the head or the beard,
Upon the what?
it's like it. If a man or woman have a plague upon the head or the beard, then the priest shall see the plague.
Right, so now this was the law. If like, say for adventure, his hair was black and all of a sudden turned gold or any other color, that would be considered a plague or uncleanness, right? Let's see what the Lord, how he did.
And behold, if it be in sight deeper than the skin, and there be in it a yellow thin hair, then the priest shall pronounce him unclean.
The Lord gonna do what?
The priest shall pronounce him unclean.
The priest back then would have pronounced it unclean, like, damn, she got pink hair or orange or yellow hair. She unclean, right?
It is a dry skull, even a leprosy upon
even a what?
Even a leprosy upon the head or beard. And if the priest look on the plague of the skull, and behold, if it be not in sight deeper than the skin, and that there is no black hair in it,
hold on, say that again.
and that there is no black hair in it, then the priest shall shut him up, that he had the plague on the skull 7 days.
See, that's it. So we just trying to show you that we know that our women and men have beautiful black hair, or some have like an off brownish, whatever. But nevertheless, we're just trying to show you that you don't gotta wear that color to be for it to be a beautiful color. That black, it looks beautiful on our women, you know, and on our brothers. So we just going into that, sis. So, you got any questions? So y'all know what the Lord called us, right? One more time, what the Lord called us, family? Gotta remember, sis. You said what, sis? Okay, all Israelites. All right, Israelites. That's right. That's right.
If y'all look on the back of the flyer, it'll let you know what tribe you come from.
Yeah, because there's 12 tribes of the children of Israel. So, you know, we would come from each prospective tribe, you know. So, yeah, so you kind of look on there, say African American, it could be a so-called Judite, right? Or so forth and so forth. Right. So with that, if y'all got any questions, I know we're gonna keep going. Right. How you doing, that sister? All right. So what we're just doing, we're just showing our sisters right here what's our nationality according to the Bible. Because what would you say your nationality according to the Bible? We know what the world calls us. 1,000 names, right? But what do the Bible call us? Do you know, sis? All right, sisters, y'all have a good one. All right. Be safe out there too, family. All right. You said what?
Thank you.
All right, so, well, real quick, sis, when you walking off, so what would you say your nationality would be according to the Bible? Because we know what the world calls us. What would you say your so-called Latino, Mexican? Latino?
Yeah.
Can you find the word Latino in the Bible? Right? Can you find the word African American in the Bible, sis? Right? So that's why we come out here to try to ask our people who we are according to the Bible. Right? So if y'all got a couple of minutes, which you know y'all may have to go, we will try to show y'all who y'all are according to the Bible. Because this is important, knowing your God-given nationality. I don't want to be called a nigga no more. I don't want to be called a Latina X and all these different things no more. Would y'all agree? Don't y'all want to know what the holy God, y'all believe in God, right? So we got to see what he called us, right? Because we can say children of God, but that's vague. The Lord literally made 18 nations of people, so we got to determine which one we come from. Right? So that's what we're going to try to do. Y'all got time? Okay, all praise, all praise. So what what prominent figures do y'all know in the Bible? Like, y'all ever heard of Aaron, Moses? What was they known for? I know we put y'all on the spot, but we all family here, you know, so what would y'all say they known for? What works did they do that's well known in the world, that everybody know for the most part? Do you know, sis? Okay, so we're gonna go into it. Let's go into this. Let's go to Exodus, right? Chapter, let's go to Exodus first, right? Chapter 1, verse number 14. Then we're gonna get Exodus chapter 3, verse number 10, and then we're gonna get Exodus chapter 2, verse 14. Right? We just gonna try to show y'all work. So sis, you got a flyer, it's cool. You know, you'll be Israelite, just look more into it, sis. You're not here to force nothing upon nobody. Right? So, but we're gonna show y'all who the Israelites are, how they was living, and then why did Moses have to save them. Is that cool, sis? All right.
Exodus 1 and 13.
Bring it out.
And the Egyptians made the children of Israel to serve with rigor.
Right, so the children of Israel, they were servants in Egypt, right, sis?
And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage.
And what?
And they made their lives bitter with hard bondage.
What do you mean if you in bondage, sis? What do you mean if you in bondage? Would you happen to know? So being bound, being chained up, shackled, being bound to something, like the police, what they come do if you did something wrong? Kind of put you in them handcuffs and you bound. That's what being bound is, right? Keep going up.
In mortar and in brick,
Right.
and in all manner of service in the field.
Right.
All their service wherein they made them serve
Right.
was with rigor.
with what?
Was with rigor. And the kings of Egypt spake to the Hebrews midwives
Right.
of
That's all I want. So they was made to serve with rigor, meaning they was serving or they was in slavery. We're gonna make it real plain. They was slaving. They was in Slakia. They was slaves doing slavery. I said you got a minute of the words of God. Okay, all praise. So now we're gonna show you about Moses, right? Moses was that man who he had to split the Red Sea, right? He had to go into Pharaoh and tell him let his people go. Let's get Exodus chapter 9 and verse number 1 from the top.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 9 and verse 1. Then the Lord said unto Moses, Go in unto Pharaoh,
Going to who?
go in unto Pharaoh,
Right? 'Cause
and
Pharaoh was in control and he had the Israelites in that bondage. Keep going.
and tell him, Thus said the Lord, God of Hebrews,
God of who?
God of the Hebrews, let my people go.
Keep him there because he wanted them to be bound.
Let my people go.
So now Moses telling the Pharaoh, hey, God said, let my people go. Right? So that's why he split the Red Sea. You heard of that? Moses split the Red Sea. And that's why he had to do that, because they were slaves in bondage over there. So now we're going to speed you up, right? Now, after they brought him over across the water, Moses told him, hey, God said, keep my commandments to be above everybody, or don't keep them and have bad things happen. Right? Are you familiar with that? Okay, let's go to the bad, right? You got this. You're coming.
God. All right, let me look to this. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 11 and verse 26. Behold, I set before you this day a blessing and a curse.
What?
A blessing and a curse.
Did Moses tell the Israelites?
A blessing and a
He
curse.
said, Moses told the Israelites, hey, this day I'm going to set before y'all a blessing and a curse. Blessed meaning what? They're going to be above everybody. Or cursed meaning they're going to have these curses upon them as a sign and as a wonder, though. We're going to get some of these curses real quick, sis. Right? I know you kind of, you know. So let's get verse number, let's get 16. Right.
God, Deuteronomy
chapter 28, verse 16.
Bring it up.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
He said what?
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Now, sis, is curse a good thing, being cursed? No, right? So that's what Moses is telling them. That's the bad thing. He said, if y'all curse, obviously it's a bad thing. So he said, cursed shall I be in the city, right? So if you was to look and ask yourself, what nation of people in the world are living the worst or living cursed in the city? As a whole. Not just, you may have some or all hold it, but as a whole collective, what race predominantly is living in the slums and the ghettos? Would you say us? Or would you say the white man, Chinese man? What would you say, sis? You don't know? Okay, so who would you say live in the poverty enrichment? Okay, so would you agree to say it would be minority the so-called black man and Hispanic man? Or would I be making that up? Or would that be a stretch? No? Okay, all praises, right? So let's keep going on this side.
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
He said what?
And cursed shalt thou be in the field.
That get more specific, right? Who was cursed in the field? Who was picking the cotton? Who was picking these different things that the so-called slave master was growing? Was it the so-called white man? It was our people, right? So this is without shouting out. Moses is talking to our people because he was speaking to the Israelites, but we would be those Israelites today. Sis, the cat is out the bag. We are the Israelites, right? We was the ones who didn't keep God's commandments. Thus, we had these things befall us.
That's right.
What people you think getting gunned down in the street for no reason, just because? What race of people getting gunned down massively as a whole? Who was getting hunted down in the streets? They said they sung our footsteps, man. Right? Who was that? Who you think that's going into? Is a white man getting hunted down in the streets? What about the Asian man? Is she getting hunted down in the streets? Let's get this real quick. What you all know? Give me Deuteronomy 28 and verse number 6.
Deuteronomy 28, verse 65.
Bring it out.
And among these nations shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. But the Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart.
What the Lord gonna do?
The Lord shall give thee there a trembling heart.
We got a trembling heart, says why? Because of the fact that we the ones who didn't want to keep God's commandments. Thus for he putting these things upon us. We getting knees in our neck for literally 8 minutes? How can you sit there and have your knee in the neck for somebody's neck for 8 minutes, man? Right, getting gunned down for no gun shown, but we get shot down unjustly. Keep going up.
And failing of eyes and sorrow of mind, and thy life.
And what?
And thy life.
Lord.
And thy life.
All these different men, they life
shall hang in doubt before thee.
Right? He said our life is hanging in doubt before us, sis. Would you agree that our race of people, our lives hanging out? We go into the store, right? We got a hoodie on. They think the worst, right? We kind of get out the car and we get pulled over. We kind of got our hands out the window. Hey, the so-called white man is getting out the car with his gun out the window, if you guys hear. Why? Because of the fact that they not the ones who getting hunted down and who have a trembling heart, man.
That's
Keep
right.
going on.
And thou shalt fear day and night.
And they say what?
And thou shalt fear day and night.
That sound like our people, sis. Keep going on.
And shall have